Hey, what year is it? Dex the Last Rex.
What if dinosaurs conquered space? In a wild world ruled by giant creatures, where leaves were gold, coconuts worth more than honor, and now the sky was no longer the limit, an epic idea was born between roars, hunts, and eyes lost gazing at the stars. Hold up, are you ready for this? Because today we're answering a question that no one ever dared to ask. What if dinosaurs had conquered space? No, I'm not talking about a T-Rex flying with butterfly wings. I'm talking about bamboo rockets, Jurassic space stations, and aliens with dinosaur trauma. What if I told you that even the logic behind the human space race was born just like it was back then? With total chaos, a bunch of clever dinos, and basically fear of ending up like the neighbors who got wiped out by a space rock. So hit that like button before Jurassic NASA collapses. Drop a comment. What would your species spaceship look like? Me? I'd fly in a giant eggshell capsule turbocharged by methane. Ready? Because this cosmic trip will make even a T-Rex want to become Neil deGrasse Tyson. The first look at the sky. After solving the dino coin crisis, when the economy finally stabilized and no one tried to pay their bills with wilted leaves anymore, the dinosaurs began asking that classic question every intelligent civilization eventually faces. So now what? We've already conquered Earth. What if we went cosmic? It was a philosopher pterodactyl who spoke first. Guys, we fly, but only as far as our wings can take us. What if we flew beyond that? The ever-practical Brontosaurus replied, "Beyond how? Like to that round, shiny rock that shows up at night?" Exactly. And after that, those twinkly dots. Dex says, "That's right, my friends. They had just discovered the moon and the stars. And like anyone staring at the sky for the first time, they thought, I want to go there." You know that feeling of looking up at the sky and wanting to fly? The dinos felt that too, except with way more testosterone and roaring. Have you ever looked at the sky and thought, I want to go there? Drop it in the comments. I once tried flying with pterodactyl wings. Spoiler, it didn't work. The first Jurassic rocket. It all began with the most dinosaur-style question ever. How do we get up there without wings? The first prototype was, let's say, creative. They grabbed the biggest bamboo they could find, filled it with Brontosaurus methane, which, let's be honest, was plentiful but smelled horrible, and set it on fire. The result? An explosion that made Mount Vesuvius look like a birthday candle. The smell, legendary. For 3 moons, no one could eat fern salad without gagging at the memory of fart rocket number 1. But Jurassic science doesn't quit. They realized they needed something we humans today call thrust, just like modern rockets, fueled to create lift. The physics is simple. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Yep, Isaac Newton totally stole that from the dinosaurs. Fire blasts downward, rocket goes up. Genius! It took 47 tries, 3 slightly roasted triceratops, and 1 traumatized stegosaurus, but finally, the Dino Rocket Mark II was born, powered by lava steam and pure Jurassic ambition. How many tries do you think it would take to make your rocket work? I'd bet at least 100, and a lot of Band-Aids. Houston, we have a Jurassic problem. With the Dino rocket up and running, they actually made it to the Jurassic moon. But then came the question that crushes every aspiring space civilization. What about Mars, Jupiter, and those sparkly things way out there? The Patero scientists, yes, that was their job title, did the math. To reach Mars, it'll take 4 seasons. Jupiter, 12 seasons. And the stars? Longer than a T-Rex's entire lifespan. Here's where they hit a truth that still baffles humans. Space is huge. Even traveling at the speed of light, 300,000 kilometers per second, it takes more than 4 years just to reach the nearest star. The dinosaurs got a little depressed. Imagine realizing your entire species would be extinct before even reaching the first alien neighbor. That's when the Jurassic genius had the idea. The space fern warp revolution. Dr. Velociraptor Einstein, yes, that was his real name, had a revolutionary insight. Guys, what if we, instead of going faster, just made space smaller? How exactly, Doctor? Picture a fern leaf. If you crumple it, 2 distant points suddenly become neighbors. And thus, the theory of the space fern fold was born. In human theoretical physics, this is called a space-time warp. The idea is to bend the fabric of space to shorten distances, kind of like turning a sheet of paper into a tube and cutting straight through it instead of walking around it. The fuel? Quartz crystals supercharged with Jurassic willpower. The engine? A gravitational field generator powered by... well, science still hasn't figured that part out. With the fern warp, a journey that used to take millennia now lasted about as long as a T-Rex's digestion, which is 6 hours, give or take. If you could warp through space, where would you go first? I'd head straight to the dinosaur planet, assuming it exists. First contact, the cosmic neighbors. With space folding mastered, it didn't take long for them to bump into their first galactic neighbors. The space slugs of Alpha Centauri were first. Peaceful beings, they just wanted to trade shiny rocks for fern casserole recipes. Diplomacy was going great until the iron claws of the Dark Nebula showed up. These guys wanted to steal all the dino coins and enslave the brontosaurs for heavy labor. The war? Epic. Velociraptors in space armor versus bio-armored aliens. Pterodactyls with lasers versus mucus-shaped ships. It lasted 3 moons. The result? A technical draw and a non-aggression pact. Here's the first big lesson in intergalactic diplomacy. When you can't win, negotiate. Or just do what the T-Rex did. Bare your teeth and hope the other guy backs off. How would you react to first contact with aliens? I'd offer them pizza. Pizza fixes everything. The original reptilian theory. Now get ready for the revelation that'll blow your prehistoric mind. What if I told you that the so-called reptilians who secretly rule the world today, oops, did I say that out loud? Were just dinosaurs feeling homesick? Think about it. A Jurassic civilization conquers space, becomes intergalactic nomads, but every now and then they miss their good old Earth. So they come back for a visit. But since they're way too big to go unnoticed, they invented holographic disguises. Basically, dinosaurs were the first space tourists, but when they came back to visit Earth, they found these little fuzzy creatures running around. "What the heck are those?" asked the vacationing T-Rex. "They kind of look like us, but mini and fluffy. Let's study them." And that's how the abductions began. Jurassic abductions, the real UFO story. Forget sleek flying saucers and bald gray aliens. Jurassic spacecraft were legendary. Egg-shaped, built from polished bones and energized crystals. Engines? Warp drives that sounded like 50 T-Rexes roaring at once. Tractor beams? Concentrated blasts of coconut energy. Yes, the same coconut that was their premium currency. Prehistoric humans were lassoed by prehistoric pterodactyls scooped up into the ships for scientific research, of course. Smirk. What were they trying to figure out? If these fuzzy mini dinosaurs had potential? Spoiler, you kind of passed the test. After the experiments, they'd wipe the humans' memories and drop them back off. But sometimes the tech would glitch, leaving weird flashes of lights in the sky and giant creatures in their minds. Plot twist? All those ancient dragon legends were just fragmented memories of vacationing dinosaur tourists. Ever seen something weird in the sky? Could have been a T-Rex on holiday. Tell us in the comments. The Jurassic Voyager probe. In an act of supreme intelligence, and maybe just a bit of showing off, the dinosaurs launched their own message to the cosmos. The Jurassic Voyager wasn't a golden record. It was a meteorite stone tablet engraved with epic roars in 47 different dialects. The full recipe for Fern barbecue, Earth's coordinates, and a map of where to find the galaxy's finest power crystals. In real life, our Voyager 1 is over 24 billion kilometers from Earth. If we sent it a radio signal right now, it would take 22 hours to arrive. Now imagine a dino engineer waiting for a reply from his probe. It's been a whole moon cycle and nothing. Boss, it's gonna take like 50 moons. 50? Who was the genius that sent this thing to the edge of the universe? Best part? If any alien finds the Jurassic Voyager today, they're getting a message from the past, like a cosmic postcard sent 65 million years ago. The meteor, targeted strike, or cosmic accident? Now we arrive at the most controversial chapter of this whole tale. Everything was perfect in dino civilization. Stable economy, advanced space tech, solid diplomatic relations with aliens. Until, boom! The infamous meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs. But what if I told you it wasn't an accident? Theory number 1, alien attack. The Iron Claws got jealous of Jurassic's success and launched an asteroid missile straight at Earth. Theory number 2, self-sabotage. The dinosaurs themselves decided to hit reset on the planet just to see what would happen. Science tells us the meteor was about 10 kilometers wide and created a crater over 200 kilometers across. The energy released? Billions of atomic bombs going off at once. But what if the most advanced dinos had already left the planet and the meteor was just a cleanup operation to make Earth ready for the next tenants? Were humans the dinosaurs' beta project? Planetary reset and the hidden legacy. Now imagine this wild possibility. The dinosaurs were never truly extinct. They just evolved into a super spacefaring civilization and left Earth behind as, well, a lab experiment. The extinction was just a clever cover-up. They relocated to the perfect planet. No volcanoes, no meteors, endless ferns. And from there, they started watching us. Are we a social experiment? The Humanity Project, proudly funded by Jurassic Dinosaurs, Inc. Look at the coincidences. You invented money. just like dino coins. You have banks, same as dinosaur banks. Now you want to conquer space? Coincidence? Maybe humans are just version 2.0 of dino civilization. Smaller, more efficient, but basically doing the exact same things. The only difference is you swapped leaves for paper money, shiny droppings for crypto, and roars for likes on social media.
Final showdown. Dinos versus humans.
So, who really won this cosmic game? The dinos who conquered space, or the humans still trying to reach Mars? They had space-folding tech, intergalactic diplomacy, stable economy, cosmic tourism. You have rockets that sometimes explode, debates about terraforming, and, bills to pay? But you know what's funny? Humanity is repeating the exact same steps. Check it out. Faith-based economies, space race, hunt for alien life. It's like there's a hidden dino manual you're following. The only real difference, they used ferns as receipts. You use paper. They roared to communicate. You make noise on Twitter. They flew in giant eggs. You ride in flying tin cans. Deep down, did we evolve or just downsize? Final transmission. And that's it, my favorite fossils. If dinosaurs had conquered space, the story would have been, at the very least, way more epic. Or maybe exactly like ours, just with better style and less anxiety. What would your space conquest strategy be? Bamboo rocket or fern-fold warp drive? And more importantly, would you spend your dino coins on space travel or save them for your Jurassic retirement? Smash that like button with T-Rex strength. Bone subscribe so you don't miss the day Jurassic NASA makes contact. And email this to that one friend who still thinks dinosaurs were just big lizards. Help this space paleontologist avoid becoming a fossil in the algorithm. Next time on Dex the Last Rex, what if dinosaurs had invented the internet? Spoiler, fossilized Wi-Fi, prehistoric social networks, and the first ever Jurassic influencer. End of transmission. Or should I say, end of spacefold?